How can Muslims fulfill the rights of their parents amidst the challenges of modern life? Allah. This is a very general question, and specific scenarios would need to be discussed. But in general, you have to look at firstly the broader context. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you, and He gave you a specific test. So, parents are a test, just as children are a test. And so the rights that parents have, generally, they're well known: good treatment, kindness. If they're struggling financially, that you help them. And so you do that. One common thing in modern times is, it's unfortunate, and I believe there are some hadith about indicating this, but one common thing is the neglect of parents. Like, people don't contact their parents, and people don't spend time with their parents at all. And this is something that shouldn't be done. Like, you should have some form of regular contact. If you don't live with your parents, you should have some form of regular contact with your parents, and especially in their old age, right? The beauty of a good family life shows in the old age, when the grandparents are there, with their children, with their grandchildren around them. And they might get wound up and frustrated with the kids running around. But it's, there's a beauty to that, even if, it might wind them up a little bit. And so this is something that's pretty common. You have people that will neglect their parents. They won't see them. They won't, have any sort of conversation with them. And this isn't the way of Islam. If you've had a complicated relationship with your parents, then look at it as, you learn from that experience. If they did something well, you'd pass that on to the next generation. If they didn't do something well, you do the opposite of that for the next generation. And look at it as the case that there were times in your life, maybe when you were ill as a baby, you might have had colic or a fever or something, and your parents were concerned, right? So they do have some affection for you. The baggage of life might get in the way, but at the very least, try to show some kindness to them. This is something highly encouraged in Islam, right? This is for someone who's had a difficult upbringing, and a tough time in their relationship with the parents. Someone who had a good relationship with their parents should bend over backwards, right? Literally, to help them and balance your family life and balance your whole thing, but more effort should be made for them, and Allah knows best.
La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.